Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. Or perhaps you're not. You are listening to the Open Hearth All In podcast feed. If so, welcome, welcome. This is a visual game over Zoom, so I may do a lot of hand gesturing and displaying of pictures. I'll do my best to bring you along. It is Saturday as we are playing this, and therefore it is Star Wars Saturdays, and we are continuing our Swoop Gangs game set in a made up planet of Ashmorai, which is in the Tapani sector. The short version is two noble houses in a war over this particular planet and its resources, and both of them have agreed that the Empire will keep the peace, but do they really? Uh, Soup Gangs is a game that I very fond of. It was originally inspired by, stolen from, taken from One Percenters, game by Creepy Doll Games Studio. You should check it out. It's on Drive Through RPG. It is not on itch because I don't think that the designer is actively designing, and this game is not new, so I haven't seen it on itch. If it's on itch, then great. That one percenter. Really hard to find something called one percenter. You'd think it'd be easy, but it's not. It's great. It's a game about biker gangs in a modern day. I took it, stuck it in Star Wars. I've hacked and bolted on a bunch of things. Those watching the video feed just saw Greg flash up a physical version of the game because he's just that cool. And we even have a new thing that we'll be trying out later in this session. In last session, the crew had a bit of a party, and then had a bit of some like consternation and some troubles. And Wolf sent a couple of gangers out to the spaceport for an easy pickup, no problem whatsoever. The Empire has locked down around the area and has some roadblocks going on, so Wump or Wookiee has a few outstanding warrants, decided to slide out via an like a sub, I think, like a one man sub type deal
Yeah.
to get out while Crash left with Mittens. And I'm sure that'll be fine. We didn't cliffhanger with any problems there at all, I'm sure. Let's go around the horn and remind ourselves of all of our characters. Welcome back, Adesh. You get to go first. If you could introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Yeah, I'm Anders, he, him. I am playing Fade, she, her. She is the vice president, and I don't know what's going on right now because I wasn't here last session.
That's right. Now we're going to jump to the middle because I like to make the middle folks mad about it. Die mad. Greg, if you could introduce yourself and
I'm
tell us
not
about
even in the
your
middle. Hi,
character.
I'm
You're
Greg, he,
nearish.
him pronouns. I'm playing Styx, she, her pronouns. Styx is the sergeant at arms. She got into a duel last time, Fade. Went well and still alive, which is good credits to me. Some certain bets around exactly whether Styx would win have been bantered about between and used as evidence for and against Mittens. Lots of choices were made. Uh, and I honestly don't really remember exactly where Styx was. I think Styx and Techie were still back at HQ last time we saw. Trying to
Sticks? Do you
figure
mean
out,
fade?
Styx and Techie, I think last we saw them, they were back
At HQ.
uh,
Yeah, you're
at
back at the shipping
HQ
warehouse. Yeah, you're
trying
at
to
the
figure
shipping
out
warehouse.
where Crash had gone. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. Then we'll stay in the middle, which means that we talked about Crash. So, Mark, Greg talked about Crash. Mark, if you could introduce yourself, tell us about your character.
Yeah, I'm Mark, he and them, and I'm playing Crash, he, him. Crash is our Rhodian prospect, and right now off on a little bike ride with my best friend Mittens, and everything's gonna be great.
Yep, kids on bikes. It's
Kids
totally
on
that
bikes.
thing.
Cozy.
Kay, if you could introduce yourself, tell us about your character.
Yeah, hi, I'm Kay. I use the she and they pronouns, and I am playing Techie, Chick Techie Bolson, our Moralian treasurer for the group. He kind of, does a lot of the more behind the scene things and has gotten to get the group through when we had the ident situation last time and managed to sweet talk, well, I'll put it in quotes, sweet talk a judge who was giving Styx some problems last time, and now he is checking over the data with Styx about who truly is in the wrong in this sort of scuffle between Prospect, Crash, and fucking Mittens.
Read the receipts.
Read the receipts. Yeah, he went to go read the receipt and then was like, okay, this is the basic receipt. Now I'm gonna do this the techie thing and look further. But yeah.
And then, last certainly not least, is our buddy Steven. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Wump the Wookiee, whose pronouns are also he, him. And Wump, at least recently, has been getting the crap knocked out of him. His history is he has been arrested a few times. He spent some time in an Imperial working facility. And he currently has a warrant out for his arrest. So whenever there was a attack on an Imperial building nearby our base, Wump had to end up like sneaking in to avoid all the patrols. So he used a little mechanical sub to get to the back of the base and it's a manual process. He came out all just sopping wet and then sat over one of the air vents, the fans that we have in the warehouse to dry off, and his fur went everywhere. And then, of course, Wolf sent me back out with the newbie and Mittens, who Mittens is my friend, but we think maybe he's doing bad things against the gang. Um, so I have to sneak back out in that stupid sub again.
I just imagining what that sub smells like wet, dirty dog, I think
Well,
is
and I think
the
it's built for like a human, so he's all bent over trying to pedal his way out.
nice. When we cliffhangered on a thing that we should pick up with, which was that Crash and Mittens had taken off. They slipped out of an around and were headed towards the spaceport, which sits out a few clicks from Ashmorai proper. And Crash was trailing, or not trailing, but scouting ahead when we the audience saw Mittens pull out one of those snub-nosed Imperial biker scout blaster pistols and was taking aim. And so we pick up with that and now. And we hear two shots fire and then immediately open up with like a squib pack on Crash. What color is your Rhodian's blood?
Blue, probably.
I think blue sounds good. That's sort of right. Squib pack of blue blood from your left shoulder as you're shot in the back by someone. And I'm curious, what do you do, Crash?
Mittens, Imperials, get out of the way.
Nice. So this is open. I'm imagining that we have a crater lake. That's what Ashmore is sent on. So there's a decline, right? And you're going down, and you hear that sound. You recognize. You maybe have heard that in the past. I don't know if have you been shot before, Crash?
Probably been near someone who was shot at. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, you get hit in the shoulder. You scream out, "Hey, imps are coming!" And then when you glance back, you see it is Mittens, and he is about to squeeze off another shot. What do you do?
So what is the what's the immediate surroundings look like?
I am imagining that you guys were probably going out on some kind of not well used road, so that where you don't have to deal with a lot of scrub or the like. There's smatterings of houses that are built along the incline or the decline, as it were. So you have the possibility. You're not wide open area, but he did wait until you're between a few houses that would have a viewpoint, and he thought, "Oh, this is a good point for me to fire on him." Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think once I see that it's him, swerve and try and get off the road, put something between me and him.
Yeah, he's like, "Sorry, you gotta die, buddy. You have a big mouth."
I don't have to. No.
He is going to fire at you, so if you don't want to get hurt, you should probably try to get out of the way.
Yeah. Try to put, like, if we're near one of the houses, like scooch around, like break line of sight, basically. Something
awesome. So we're going to say that dodging out of the way. Tension is involved. You are
Mhm.
going to get hurt otherwise. And he waited till he had you in his sights.
Yeah,
And so I'm going to say this is carking hard. Let's see if you can get out of the way there.
right. So that's 5 I need. All right.
You will need a total of 4 successes,
4. Oh,
4 aces.
no problem. Um, I think in this situation, I'm not being badass. So I will need to be cool about this. It's clearly hog. So that's 6. Um, and how many cards do I have? 5. Let's spend. There is tension, right?
There is definitely tension.
Let's spend 3 cards on this. Take it up to 9.
All right, let's jump to our
9, 8, 6.
die roller. I didn't actually have that page up.
One,
Pew,
2, 4,
pew,
5, 6,
indeed.
7 successes, no ones.
Wow. Okay, well, technically, because I do want to play this out, technically, those are extra successes. So you needed 4, you got 7.
Mm-hmm.
So you will now, as part of our new road trip thing, you're
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
that's right.
bank 3 successes.
Oh, yeah.
So over on column A of the SB rap sheets tab of our character keeper, I have that.
Oh, nice. 3.
And feel free to add that in. Fantastic. Awesome. So you duck out around one of the houses, and he is going to give chase. Kind of coming after you, and he says, "Run, run, because you ain't welcome back here. Wolf told me to take you out."
I think the plan is like as soon as I get out of sight, just like cut the bike, pull up against the wall, and see if he like goes past.
With that roll, I think he does. But you hear him say, "Wolf told me to take you out," as
Mm.
he zips past.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um,
And he'll probably circle back. Like he
yeah.
doesn't think you're that fast on your mid bike.
Yeah, I think probably getting back to the city where there's more, at least more places to hide is best. So as soon as he passes me, turn around and like just gun it back.
Awesome. So you're gunning it back when a very wet wump comes up on his bike. Like, I'm curious about this. So wump, when you sub in, you had to leave. You had to ditch your bike, right? It's stored somewhere out here. So you come back out to it,
Yeah.
get your
So
bike.
actually, I think the plan was they were going to take my bike and tow it, and we were going to meet up in the pier on the southeast,
Ooh,
that little
okay.
finger that sticks out. So I
So
come up.
yeah,
Yeah.
Crash. Are you? Let's say you're towing the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems interesting to me.
Yeah.
Do you want to just head straight back, or do you want to head to the place where you're supposed to meet up with Wump?
Um, let's head to.
Closest is Wump.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to Wump, but I think it's probably a bad idea because if Wolf wants me dead, Wump might be trying to kill me too.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. So
And
Wump, you get
I'd
out,
like to
drive.
suggest,
Yeah.
I'd like to suggest that, Crash wouldn't have kept
Oh yeah,
towing my bike.
it's the bike.
You would have dumped it at some point to head off and get away from
That's fair.
Mittens.
That's true. Yeah.
So, yeah, and I think the way that this works is the sub is hidden underneath that pier, and I, step out with some workers, but I'm just dripping wet.
Mm.
And, maybe I've got some work clothes that someone left behind that I tried to dry off with, but it's just awful. And I think I step out and I look around, but I don't see Mittens or Crash here.
Until a few moments later, you hear Crash's bike coming toot sweet, like zipping along towards you. And yeah, Crash, you see Wump still really damp and wearing a set of like backup clothes.
Hmm.
He does not have a bowcaster out or anything to fire on you as you race up on him. What do
Yeah.
you do?
I think I like pull up like like go past him a little bit and pull up. So just in case Mittens is right behind me, he's between us. And be like, Mittens is trying to kill me. I don't know what's happening. Are you trying to kill me too? Like,
And
and still
immediately,
on the
Wump is super pissed off, and he's like, "Where's my bike?"
Mitten. I had to drop it because Mittens shot at me. Look, I'm bleeding.
Uh, and that's when you hear Crash's bike coming your way.
Your Mittens bike.
Yeah, Crash's bike. What the hell? Mitten's bike. You hear Mitten's bike. He's kind of tricked out, like, with glass packs and stuff. And he's coming this way because he figures, oh, this is where you're going to circle back. So he's coming your way. What do you do? Wump, you also hear this. It's very obvious you know Crash's bike.
This has to be a mistake. He must have missed somebody else.
There was nobody else. Don't let him get me.
And then coming up the rise, you
Yeah.
see Crash. He's coming up to where you guys are, and he has his regular blaster pistol out at this point.
You're between the two of us. I'm going to step up and wave at Mittens and be like,
You're
Mittens.
between us because I pulled around behind you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like hiding behind you, basically.
And I'm going to step up between the two of you, and I'm going to yell out to Mittens, "Hey, Mittens, where's my bike?"
Take him out.
That's what Mittens said?
Yeah, he says take him
To me?
out. And no, he's saying take him out and pointing at Crash, like trying to get a bead as he's racing up towards you. He's going to be here any second now.
Don't take me out.
I think I stay between the two of them, and I'm like, no. This is a misunderstanding. Get off the bike.
Cool. So he pulls up the bike and he hops off real quick, and he's just going to try to walk around you and try to move you out of Wump, man. We got to do the hard job, man.
I think I grab him, and I pull him up, sort of like keeping the kids separate kind of thing. I'm going to grab him and kind of pull him back and say, what's going on here? I need my bike. You shouldn't be. Did you shoot him?
He shot me.
Prospect dropped it. Prospect dropped your bike.
Did you shoot him?
He needs to die. And he's trying to bring the gun. You're way stronger than him, so he's trying to bring the gun up.
Did you shoot him?
Imp Patrol came in on us. He gave us up.
What? You shot me in the back while we were riding.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Bunch of Imperial spikes came in, tried to take us down. He ran off, left your bike. He needs to die.
He's lying, man. You know me.
That
I
doesn't
wouldn't do that.
That doesn't make sense. If the imps are after us,
Where are they?
yeah.
We gave him the slip. God, I'm not that bad, Wump. Come on, man.
Yeah, but he is.
Yeah.
Because he dumped your bike.
If I didn't dump his bike, you would have killed me.
Wump, man, we need to take him out. This is our last chance.
Look, just because you don't want anyone to know you bet against Sticks, you have to take me out.
So we can basically figure this out real easily. Empty your pockets, both of you. He'll have an Imperial communicator, and I pull out. I don't have a gun. I take his gun, right, and I'm going to point it at both of them.
Wait.
Empty your
He's not
shit.
going to give you his gun.
Okay.
I think that's a thing where we need to roll dice.
Okay.
Because he knows he is playing several cards short of this poker hand. So I don't think Tench is involved in this role. Like it feels like he's got a blaster in his hand, and he does not want to go up on you, but you're trying to grab his gun. So I'm gonna say this is hard. It would be very hard for anyone else, but you're super strong and had hold of his wrist. So hard. You need 3 successes. Tension is involved in a roll. Let's see how it goes.
So I think I'm being an enforcer, sniffing out betrayal. I think I'm being cool. I'm not trying to beat anybody up at this point.
That's fair.
I'm using my gun. What would that be? Would that be tools?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and I'm not really assaulting him or breaking him, so I don't think any of my expertise come into play.
Would you take a Kark if I gave one?
Um, how would you get
I
a
Yeah. How
mean,
are you helping out?
I asked you to sort of root this out,
Oh,
Mm.
that's right.
right? Right.
Yeah.
So, but to, and maybe we just amend that a little bit, but to do it like bloodlessly, right? Like we don't want
Yeah.
to, yeah.
You'd asked me to do it kind of low key.
Yeah.
And I am a little suspicious of Mittens, but no, he's got to be on the up and up. So I also spent a cart, so I'll take a cart from you as well.
Okay.
I think that's 7 dice.
Oh man, oh man. Here we go. Difficulty 3. No
One,
ones. Oh
Two,
my
three,
goodness, you
four.
guys. What are these days? What are these days? So funny.
So yeah,
Hmm.
I pull his gun away from him and I point it at Crash and I point it at Mittens and I'm like, empty your pockets. One of you has to have a communicator for the imps.
Okay, just don't shoot me.
Sweet. So you're hanging the ear, Crash, right?
Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
the possibility of this, not getting shot and also being proven. And you're looking for it. Just so we're clear, you're looking for an Imperial communicator.
So just so we're clear, um, Mittens said that he had called in the imps,
Mm-hmm.
that Crash
Mm-hmm.
had called in the imps, so he must
Mm.
have a communicator or something like that.
Sure.
And then we've got it, right? Mittens, if he betrayed us, he would have something else, right? He would have, I don't know.
Yeah. So when you turn on his pockets, you Crash. Do you have any incriminating evidence
No,
in
I
your
don't have
pockets?
anything.
Okay. Uh, and when Mittens turns out his pockets, he's got a communicator, right? He does not have an Imperial speeder bike pistol. He is smart enough to not to have ditched that thing.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I guess it seems like inconclusive. As you guys are working through this, though, you can tell Crash is trusting you. Mittens is nervous. And then you hear the sound of maybe half a dozen speeder bikes headed this way. What do you do?
Do they sound like imps?
No, they do not have that very particular
Okay.
Imperial speeder bike whine. They sound like swoops. No, they sound like speeder bikes. They just do not sound like Imperial speeder bikes. They sound
Yeah.
much nicer, much quieter, sleeker.
Mm.
I think, shit. Um, I think I think I grab both of their communicators and I put them in my, pouches in my bandolier or whatever. And um, you'll get these back whenever we're done. Techie's going to look at them, and um, then I'm like, we got to get going. I'll I'm going to ride bitch behind Crash so I can patch him up,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
like put something on him, and say, we got to get out of here. Let's go get my bike.
Let's go get your
So,
bike.
okay. This is great. So, you're not going back because then you'd have to go through checkpoints and that could be more problems. You're getting on the bike and saying, "Hey, Mittens, we're going to go on the run." And
Mittens is
then
coming with us, right?
yeah, he's coming
Yeah.
with you. Yep, yep, yep. He's coming with you. He's holstered his blaster pistol
Oh, no, I've got
and
his blaster pistol.
oh, you have it? That's right. That's
Yeah.
true. You took it away. That's
Mhm.
right. So you have his blaster pistol. He hops back on his bike. He's looking back over his shoulder, and you guys start going down. And that's a decline that goes a bit, so you can see back
Mhm.
into. And you see, sure enough, as you guys take off over the ridge, the Calanthe group are coming after you. You see that Dagron is leading the pack along with Lucas or Luca 5. And Addo Malik is behind them with a couple of others, total of 5. and they are going. They're coming in hot and aiming. Who's riding, Wump or Crash? You're riding bitch, Wump, right? So
Mhm.
Crash, you're the
Yep.
driver
Yep.
here,
And
and
Wump leans forward, and I whisper in your ear with that mechanical voice, um, if it was you who betrayed us, I'm shooting you in the back. If it was Mittens, you better drive well.
I'm gonna drive as good as I can.
we cut back to Fade. So Fade, you've been gone for a day? Did you go on a bender? Were you visiting a sick relative? Were you captured by imps on a raid? Or something else entirely?
I think. Hmm. Is this like now I'm drawing parallels to like Sons of Anarchy, that sort of thing. Are we in a like an organization with multiple chapters or that sort of thing? Or is it just we have this club and that's it?
I would love to pose that question to the group. The default assumption in One Percenter is you are a chapter in a large organization. I haven't made that determination here, and I can go either way. You guys are it, or you're part of a larger organization. What is it that the group would prefer?
Or we could have like other clubs in other places that are friendly but not part of the
Yeah,
same
for sure.
structure.
Why don't you ask the question, Adesh? Unless someone has an opposition, I'll let you answer the question. Do you have a friendly club, or are you guys a chapter of a larger organization?
I think I don't think it matters for this specific thing. I was just thinking that one thing I could have been doing was to have a meet, a sit down with some other chapter, like
Yeah, that
visiting,
sounds great.
making sure that we're cool, that sort of thing. Like,
Did
uh,
Wolf know about this meeting?
I think it's part of my regular duties.
Okay.
Like as vice president, like either he does it or I do it. But we like keep in touch with there are some other gangs that we keep in touch with just to make sure that we have some allies if things go really bad or we do like we have maybe business deals with them, that sort of thing.
I like it.
So I would think this would probably be a different city maybe or
Ooh,
like
we're in a
on the
different
other
city.
side of
How?
the city so that it's not nearby. I don't want to bring in another group right next to us, just
Oh, it sounds
uh,
great.
yeah.
So, how do we know that we're in another city? Is it a different weather patterns? Is it different exterior, different buildings? How do we
Yeah,
know?
I think the architecture is different um, because from what I remember, what we established about this city is that it's pretty old. We have
Hmm.
this like Starfall core thing that from what I understand, has been here for quite a long time. So this
Yes.
has been like an inhabited area for a long time. And I think this other town is not that. I think it's a more recent. Maybe it's somewhere out towards the. We talked about having like some scrap fields or something, but I don't remember with the Mandalorian artifacts or whatever it was. Maybe not
Yeah,
Mandalorian,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
artifacts.
Nice. I like that a lot. That's cool. And
Yeah,
also, I'm going to say that another thing we pick up is we see that they have active construction. This place is
yeah.
booming, it's building, it's
Yeah,
growing.
I
You
think
never
it's
see
more
that.
like low square concrete buildings. There's a lot of dust blowing around, which is not a thing we see in the in our city.
Nice. Were you headed that you said it was part of a regular routine.
Yeah,
Yeah. And when they sent this other friendly gang, right?
yeah,
friendly gang. When they sent the son of the president, kid by the name of Hitcher, is that a slight to you, or is it just an opportunity for Hitcher, or just the way the business happens from time to time when they're busy with other stuff?
Yeah, I think probably an opportunity for Hitcher. I wouldn't go if this wasn't important. So normally I would meet with one of the higher ups, but if he's the son of the president, then he's still like important at least, even if he doesn't have a formal position in that way.
Nice. Yeah, he met with you and you guys exchanged some information. Um, his main concern, expressed from his dad, but he doesn't say it that way, but you can tell, is that the Calanthe group are a front for the Massetti, and the Massetti are making a move. So you better be careful.
We've seen some of the same thing because that's what we have seen, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think as you're there, maybe you guys are meeting in a canteen, it's kind of quiet. Up on one of the view screens comes a news report from Ashmorai, and they're showing the attack, the aftermath of an attack on the Imperial garrison. You recognize it. It is like a couple blocks from your warehouse. And you see that there's some firefighting going on, and then
Hmm.
and a few people have shown up. There are folks who were injured. That it was a early morning explosion. That there some people were injured, and reports are still coming in.
Yeah, I think we like look at the screen and then kind of clink glasses and drink to the Imperials getting their noses punched a bit. Uh, but also, uh, yeah, that's pretty close to us. I think I might need to head home to see if there's anything I need to deal with.
You need any help? They're going to set up roadblocks, any checkpoints. You need any help with that?
Nah, I'll be fine. Uh,
Okay, okay. Well, if you need to circle back, you need any supplies, you let us know. And he
that's good
rises
to know.
up.
I kind of clap him on the shoulder
Yeah, he
and
drops some credits to pay for the meal and offers you like one of those, the more
yeah,
broy handshake kind of thing.
yeah,
I'm gonna come in a little closer because we're close.
yeah.
That's what the TV shows. That's what they do. Sweet.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So you are headed back.
Yeah.
What's the reentry like for you? Let's take a look. I think Fade has no outstanding warrants, no convictions. So you could just, as long as you're not carrying any illegal weapons or drugs, you could just head right through a checkpoint.
Yeah. Um, I think this is the sort of thing. I'm definitely armed, but legal.
Cool.
Uh,
You got
because
permits for
this
everything.
is
You're legit. You're part of the businesswoman.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is just, I mean, it will be obvious that I am not just a regular citizen sort of thing. I mean, I'm riding a heavily modified Swoop bike,
Hmm.
uh, but still like trying to because this is a regular thing. We don't want to draw trouble to our friendly contact, so keeping it straight as possible.
Cool. Awesome. So you'll be making your way back in. Feel free to like step into the warehouse when you feel it's dramatically appropriate because we're going to jump to the warehouse where Techie and Sticks and Polono are, uh, and they've been gone for a little while. Wump and Crash are out on the run that you don't know about, and Wolf comes out of his office and says, he'll probably grab you, Techie. Hey, I'm gonna
Mm,
head out and
yes.
take care of a few things.
Mhm.
You're in charge.
looks at Sticks really quickly as Wolf is like, you're in charge, and picks Techie, and Techie's a little surprised by that. But
You look
uh
over at you, Sticks. Mix things up. Give the kid a chance to do something.
uh oh Techie, you unsociable. He will like, yeah, do like a two-finger salute to Wolf and be like, I got it, boss. Anything particular you want done or watched over, or and then he like does
Let's
like finger guns at Wolf.
just sit tight. Wump and Crash need to be back soon. Sorry, he would not say Wump Anchor. Wump, Crash, and Mittens headed out to Spaceport for a pickup for me. It's important. So don't
All right,
make
what
any
would you
trouble.
like? Yeah, what would you like done with the pickup when they arrive?
Just give me a call.
All right. I'm great at sitting.
What are they picking up?
He smiles for a second, says, "Yeah. Um, so a small reactor core fragment."
Hmm. All
All right.
right.
Have a good one, sir. I'll get in touch when they're here.
Thanks. And then he'll head out.
As soon as he's gone, Techie cannot help himself and is like smiling very impishly at Sticks and is like, I'm in charge.
Sure. What are we going after reactor core fragments for?
Why would I, Karkin, know that?
I don't know. You're the one in charge.
I'm in charge of the locale, not like mission debriefs. This everything. See everything that the light touches, and he like does like a little like 360 turn. This I'm in charge of all of this, not what's outside.
Uh-huh. Uh,
Polona will say, "Hey, Tech, if you're like in charge, maybe you could give me something to do to prove my worth to the gang."
Yeah, totally. So that garbage right there needs to go out.
Okay, got it.
this is real funny. Sticks keys her comm and just goes, "Hey, Wump, you're not gonna believe this. Techie's in charge."
And just to be clear, that comm doesn't go through.
Like, do we
Oh,
get a message like calm, like blah blah blah, or just like we just don't hear anything?
I don't know.
You don't
Comm
hear
like,
anything back.
yeah. There's no
Okay.
response, which
Nurse.
is
See, Wump's
interesting in its
silence is
own way.
agreement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should. He shouldn't be out of range.
right.
See, Wump agrees.
I Wump might, but Wump's never silent about that. I'm
And then
concerned.
Polona goes and she excitedly picks up the little got four buttons thing that makes the trash compactor compact some more. No one's in there, are they? She giggles
No,
Good
while
no
it
job,
one's in
Polona.
crushes
there.
all of the trash,
Good job, Polona.
clumps it into like a little, square thing that it pops out, and then she starts kind of kick pushing it towards the exit.
Tucky will like pull another random sticker off of himself and like affix it onto Polono's uniform. Is like, good job.
She's ready to be presented with a sticker.
Sticks has still got the comm like, I got a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry, I'm in charge, Sticks. This is gonna be so great and so smooth. I've got this whole idea for this operating system for and like he like walks up to the front and is like, if I download this, it'll make interfacing with customers so much easier because we could just put like a tablet right here and
Techie,
you don't have to talk to them.
I
Techie,
think
get on your Karkin bike.
I think this is when I come in. Who's in
Oh, yeah,
charge
okay.
now?
Yeah.
You just like the wind leaves Techie as you see his shoulders drop, his face comes back in.
Oh, I
It
love
was
that.
so good while it lasted. Uh, and then he's like, "All right, bike, yeah. Polona, watch the shop." And we'll go for his
Fade,
bike
Wump's not responding to comms.
Is he out on something?
on a
Yeah,
mission for Wolf.
Wolf's. No, you're in charge, Techie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in charge. I'm in charge, Sticks. Uh, He's on a mission for Wolf, Techie, Mittens, and Crash. They are getting a small sealed reactor core fragment. And yeah, although I don't technically I'm supposed to stay here, Stick. So and he's like halfway on his bike as he says this, and he like realizes it's like I'm in charge and I was told to stay here to receive this thing. And Wolf's orders was for me to be in charge, and to let him know. But obviously, if you're here, Fade, you are in charge. But if you were to like, I
I'm
don't
in
know, go
charge.
somewhere to check on Wump, I guess I'm still in charge.
Well, if Womp is out on a mission, he might be out of comms range. So, but
They weren't going that far away.
should they have been back by now?
Yeah.
Soon, yeah, yeah.
Floto
Yeah.
raised her. I could go. I don't have any warrants. I could make it through the checkpoint. Just give me a bike.
I don't think we
I've
need you
had
for
4
that.
lessons.
Well, no, why don't you go grab a drink for Fade? They look thirsty.
Okay. She closes the door because she got the lump of square trash out, and she skips over to grab you a non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah, kind
Styx is
of
no
nod
longer
to
waiting
Techie for
around.
the same.
Yeah. Styx isn't waiting around for permission anymore. She just jumps on the bike and peels out.
Techie will look to Fade. Should I go with her or
Is Wolf in?
no? Wolf just left. That's why I'm in charge, or was in charge.
I think we'd all. Well, if Womp is in trouble, we'd better go.
Well, someone should say right because Wolf wants a reporting. Because what if we're overreacting? You know, so like,
Yeah, you wanna stay and be in charge. You do that, and I take the drink and I get on my swoop and follow Sticks.
yeah, and we
Well,
do
just
we do.
waits like she thought she was going to get to go with you, and then you take off.
I think we actually see like a sigh, like once Fade and Sticks are gone, Paloma's looking at another direction. We actually see like a sort of sigh of relief from Techie that he gets to like stay, does like he likes his bike, he likes running, but if this is actually that dangerous that Wump's getting fucked up, Techie does not want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. Like, I am not that guy.
Dang. So, since all the talk about Wub, we'll cut back to Wub. Wub, you and Crash and Mittens are being chased by Calanthe group. And I think we pick up with the moment that one of the two of you tried to calm out and realize you're being they're scrambling.
That would have to be me.
Probably Luca 5.
And I'm tired of talking about all this kind of stuff. I lean over to Crash and say, slow down a little bit. I get it lined up. And I want to do the whole Wookiee leap that we see in like Revenge of the Sith. I'm jumping off. I'm aiming for Dagron's speeder bike.
Sweet. Sweet.
And I want to mess him up. Okay.
Uh, Dagron sees you like turn, and he slows down and reaches back to pull out his vibro axe. And his plan is, I'm going to hit the moving object with
Hmm.
my vibro axe. And we
Right.
see like this little, like monofilament something or others that starts to vibrate. This is
It's
going
like
to
the
be
J.J.
awesome.
Abrams little glint flare.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is going to be nasty. Dagron is angling to kill you. Tension is super involved. This is going to be carking hard. I can't wait to see
Okay.
how this goes.
Okay. So I think I'm being an enforcer. I think
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
badass.
Very.
Um, I think this is probably hands, absolutely, and it's assault. Um, and I'm going to kick in a couple of carks. That gets me 10 dice. Ooh, I'm out. One, two, three, four, five.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the difficulty was carking hard, which
Mhm.
is a 4. You
Mhm.
got 5 successes, so you can bank one of those successes, but you had yeah, you had a lot
I've
of
got three ones, and I only had two
yeah.
carts left, so I'm down
I
to
I
zero.
I think what happens, feel free to like add in or yes and or yes but if you wish, is I think he does clip you enough
Mhm.
to where you slam into him and both of you pile off the bike. You're going maybe 50 miles an hour. It's hold on, let me pause. I have a metric help thing. Just make sure that I do that. It's shoot, it's the other way around, Rich. Other way around. How do you do the other way around? 80 kilometers per hour.
Yes, I think that happens. I think what we see on screen is Wump does this huge leap into Dagron. Dagron reaches back with his axe, but can't quite get it to come around in time in that it acts more like a bat and knocks Wump rather than slices through him. Wump he's reaching out, his intention is to grab a hold of Dagron as he lands. I think because of the hit, he can only grab a hold of one of Dagron's the thing he still has up on his handlebar, and
Mm,
he rips the two of them off and rips that arm off as they go down.
wow. Because you are a Wookiee, that is a thing you do. Yeah. Uh, boom, you hit, you have his arm, it separates, you
If
roll
you
for
don't
a
want it
bit.
to be like that, I could just say it
No,
dislocates. Okay.
that's a-okay. What's it going to do? Get a cybernetic arm? Yeah, that makes him so like what are we going to do? So, boom, you slam in. You both start tumbling down because again, that incline is not a mountain, but it is definitely a crater from a volcano. So you roll for a while. He's leaving blood trail every time he rolls around, screaming in pain. And then the screams stop, and you come ahead of him, like on the ground, and he's on the ground. And we skip ahead to Crash and Mittens. Mittens at this point has not fired back at them at all, and he just swings wide. After Wump had jumped, he swings wide, and the other, not Dagron, but the other Calanthe group members, Luca Five and Adam Malik, are closing in on you. They haven't fired at you either. What do you do?
Hmm. Um, does it look to me like Wump is in trouble or like he has it handled?
They went off the bike. He's probably going to be in trouble. They haven't circled back for him yet. They seem to be
Mhm.
intent on you.
I think I need. I'll peel off the opposite way from Mittens and circle back to him then.
Nice. When you do that, um, Ado Malik is gonna shoot and dial you in because you're just a nice broadside target and
Mhm.
fire on you.
Yeah,
Would you like to try to not be
I
shot?
would like to try to not be shot. Yes.
Okay. Excellent. I think this is going to be hard. Tension is involved in the role.
hmm I'm definitely taking a risk here.
Hmm.
Is it one or two for the role, the prospect?
Oh, for the prospect, it is one.
One, okay. Um, Unfortunately, I think I'm being badass, which I'm not as good
Not
at.
as, not as. You're pretty
um,
good though.
I think this is still hog, so that's six. And I need three for this.
You do need 3.
I'm gonna throw one more cark in and roll seven. One, two,
Oh, that does not
mhm,
look like a
and
success.
and a one. That takes out my last cark.
Sweet.
That is bad.
Okay. So I think what happens is you try to dodge it, and when he fires, it's not just a blaster bolt. It actually is this pulse. It's
Mm.
He's got an ionic blaster, and when he hits, it doesn't hit you. It hits your ride, and your
Yep,
ride just powers down immediately. You drop to the scrub and roll, and yeah, it's gonna hurt.
it hurts.
So let's cut to Fade and Sticks as the two of you are heading out to catch up, and when you crest and start to come down, um, I think you hear. What would you hear? Because I imagine that this
We hear
is
the Calanthe
like a mile.
swoops,
Yeah,
wouldn't we?
you'll probably hear the
Yeah.
Calanthe swoops, and maybe you see a bunch of dust kicked up. Um, you can see near the base. Like I think they maybe at the last bit crash, you got to the point where you guys were going to level out, and then that's when he hit you with a ion blaster, and yeah, you took a tumble. So, Fade Sticks, you things don't look great. What do you wish to do?
How many are there?
There are five. Calanth group Mittens at this point has uh is taken off, and he is just lit out.
I think, um, let's see. Um, well, Styx is the sergeant at arms. I think I look to her to like I kind of half draw my blaster and like a question.
Styx grabs her life oil and just punches it straight to the middle of that dust storm.
Yeah, I go after.
Nice. So you guys take off. It's your plan is to try to catch up to them and figure out what's going on, help out, fight the clan. Sounds great. Wump, you stand up. You're armed, um, and dangerous. So at the moment when you take up, you see Crash's ride get taken out. You're, I mean, you're almost out of the fight. Like I imagine, because you've run out of cargs. Like, do
I'm
you think
out.
you passed out as well, or?
I think I'm. If my bike hit the ground, maybe I'm trapped under the bike.
Oh, I like that. And Wump, you're also out of carks, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, this is not good. I think we're just gonna stick with Sticks and Fade then, if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet. So Sticks, Fade, as you guys race up into the dust cloud, when you come to the other side, you see that, um,
Could I could I
yeah,
amend my slight action there before
sure.
I kick it? Styx will calm Techie and be like, Techie, get on a bike. Get over here.
Great.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sorry, it doesn't go through.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I would love to have Kate in this, but like I gotta hold to my prep, and Luca
no, that's fair.
5
I
is
think
is
techies maybe
scrambling.
looking into why the comms aren't like something's not right there. So back at the place, yeah.
Nice. We'll skate back to you in just a sec. Sticks, Fade, when you come to the other side of the dust cloud, you see um that Ado Malik has hopped off of his ride and currently has a blaster pointed towards Crash. But it looks like it's one of those like I've got the drop on him. Like he's not fight. He's waiting for you.
Oh, he's waiting for us to arrive.
Yeah.
Oh. Um,
I think I just want to shoot.
I was gonna throw my light foil at him. Just
Weird.
ignited, throw it. Not force throw, just toss it a freaking thing.
You want to do that, or do you want me to shoot it?
Yeah, I'll throw the light foil. No force throw.
That's
It's just
crazy.
like winging it, like a throwing axe.
That is terrifying. I love this. I think that this has got to be. I'm sorry, but it's Inkabunga.
Inkabunga. Okay. I love
Inkabunga.
Inkabunga.
That's
Um,
Hetese for incredible, surprising, and amazing.
okay, so this is badass. I think this is
Tension is involved. Like
yeah,
a guy has
tension
a
is
gun
involved.
to your prospect. So
Yeah, badass. I think this is hands because I'm throwing it. It's not necessarily tools.
fair.
Same result, but six. This is assault for seven.
Sure. With or without a deadly weapon.
Yep.
I think you're
And
carrying the gang's creed like a blade.
yep, eight, literally like a blade. So this is eight. I'm gonna throw a Kark in because why not? It brings it to
I can
nine.
tell you why not. You only have one left. That's why
I
not.
know, I know, and it's probably gonna take me out, but I don't care. One, two, three, four, five. Anything from my buddy. All right, 96. Here we go.
I was like, you rolled a 96 on.
Hey, not a success, but not does not take me out. One, two, three, four.
That's
Oh, five, five. Yes, you're
insane.
right.
You got exactly five. Wait,
I got
one,
five. Oh
two,
no, I did. Yeah. No,
three.
that's it.
That's a
That's five. I thought it was
success.
six.
Wow. Wow. You lose no cards. What does it look like? Would have you? I don't think we've ever seen Sticks do this before, right?
No, she's used life flow as like a sword, but
Exactly.
yeah.
What does this
Uh,
look like?
I think the she we come through the dust cloud, right? They're like waiting for us. They're
Mhm.
not expecting the fully extinguished light foil. She tosses it at him. He moves. It cuts his blaster in half, right? Very very like Boba Fett moment, which surprises him, but then it bounces off of his bike and stabs him.
Oh,
And
very
so he like
Hawkeye. I love that.
collapses down really quickly.
Amazing. Um, Fade. You've dealt with Calanthe before. Um, you now know, oh, it's Calanthe. It is definitely Luca 5 that's scrambling everything. No comms are getting out of this as long as he's actively got that on lock.
Hmm.
Um, there are five of them. One just got stabbed. The others are going to do things. There are four of them. Sorry. One's lost an arm and is bleeding out possibly. Now there are three left because one of the four Malik just got disarmed and stabbed at the same time by the most Inkabunga thing I've seen. It's great. Um, what do you wish to do, Fade?
Um, I think because both Wump and Crash are there but out. Like they're not yeah.
They're not helping.
Um I think and could I could tell who was scrambling the comms? Was that, did I
Yeah,
understand that
I
correctly?
think you've had experience with Luca 5 before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When he comes in on something, you're not calling for help.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then I'm going to try to take him out or take the scrambler out. I'm not sure which is it enough to take him out?
Yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah,
take
then
him
I
out,
will
you've
try
taken
to
out a
do
scrambler.
that. I
Okay.
like have my comms up and I'm just yelling for everyone at the same time as I'm shooting him so that as soon as he's out, the call will go through.
Sounds good. That is a perfectly logical thing. So, I think he does not want to be shot or killed. So
Sounds
this would
fair.
be tension involved. You guys have a
Hmm.
disagreement. You want him to stop, and he does not want to stop. He also would see your intentions. You guys came through a dust cloud, so I think he's going to fire on you as well. Let's set
Yeah,
this difficulty as carking hard.
sounds fair.
He's done the
Uh,
math.
I think, unfortunately, that I'm being badass.
I,
Uh,
I like your badassery, even if it means less dice.
I like it, but it's not my best. So that's two dice. Um, and then I'm not sure what this is.
Okay.
Um, it could now I'm pitching for head because I'm trying to like take out the guy who's scrambling, but on the other hand, I'm shooting him, so that's probably not that. So is
I,
it?
I am like you're making the smart call. I am okay if you feel like what is the most important part of this action is making the smart call, then go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested in like getting him away from the scrambling equipment rather than killing him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's yeah. In that case, I'm at 5. But I do not have any help from my expertise, and this is not a vice president
Well, you
thing.
are trying to rally the gang.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, I'll take it. Um, that puts me at 6 dice, and this was carking hard.
Yeah, so you need a total of 4 successes. Tension is involved. He is shooting back.
Yeah, I'll throw in 2 cards and hope for the best. That's 8 dice. Yeah. Oof, that's bad. That's
Wh-
3 successes and 3 ones. So I'm at 0 cards. And I did not
Dang.
succeed.
You did not succeed. Yeah, I think what happens is you shoot Luca and the blaster bolt just bounces off part of his kind of carapace. He's heavily armored. And then he dials in and shoots and hits you full in the chest and knocks you out. That is bad. That is so bad. I love this in a fan of your characters kind of way, but I do need to take a quick bio break. So let's pause for a sec. Sticks. It's gotten ugly. The dust storm obscures some of your vision, but you just saw Fade take a hit from Luca 5. In the distance, you hear the scream of TIE fighters because this has gotten to a very open dust up at this point. They're coming from the spaceport, which means they'll be here in moments. Um, TIE fighters don't really make announcements or wait for people to drop their weapons. They just strafe and then circle back around, and if they see things moving, strafe again. So there are at this point um, two Mohawk and Luca 5, Crash, Wump, and Fade are all down. Mittens has scartered. What do you do?
If Fade was going for Luca 5, then and takes down Fade, Luca Fade takes down uh then Styx is just running up and full on punching because no other weapons through the sword. Is just gonna like try to wrestle Luca 5 to the ground and beat him to a pulp.
That sounds, by the way, Andesh, that is exactly the character I was thinking of when I said there are in Star Wars sexy plant people. It was that character specifically from that Clone Wars comic. So
Of
anyway,
course.
because of course there is. Luca does not want to be punched, and so I think that you're gonna attention's gonna be involved in the role.
Hmm.
You do see that Luca dials over to stun, but still tension involved in the role.
Yep. Let's see.
I think this
Badass.
is gonna be hard. I'm
Yep.
really curious how this is gonna go for you. Good luck.
Badass hands. Um, assault for 7.
Yeah.
I don't know if this necessarily falls under Sergeant at Arms at this point. Yeah. All right.
You are
You
Going
being
you're not.
loyal.
I think you're being incredibly loyal to like.
to the gang. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not running away. I'm not mittens. All right, taking my swings. Here we go. Oof, yeah, that does take me out. One, two, three, four successes though.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay. That means that you light up on so the goal was to punch and what? Try to take him down, try to
Yeah,
take
just
out his
knock Luca
scrambling,
the
or
fuck out.
just knock him. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I
do as
think
much damage as I possibly can.
yeah. So you roll up on there, you dock him, you unhorse him, he slams down into the dirt, kick up a little bit of dust. You punch on him a few times. He is unable to fight back. You're just so savage and unexpected. But Mohawk shoots you in the back, and that
Yeah.
is how you lose your carks. And I, I think we will just move away from that scene uh, to Techie. Tech, you've been waiting for a while. You and Piloto both. Piloto has suggested several versions of sabacc that she happens to know to help pass the time. I assume you have better things to do, or did you actually play
Yeah.
cards? Oh, that's
I
fine.
think I
There's a
think
solitaire
I think
version.
Techie
I'll
does
just
both. I think he's got like half paying attention to like screens, and is watching that, but is also like is mostly paying attention to screens and watching and doing stuff, but is half playing sabacc with Folono.
cool. Yeah, you're half playing sabacc with Piloto. When you hear the front door open, you guys look out from the tech room. I assume that's where you're doing it. You hear just a singular person enter the area, and it's Wolf. Hey, they
Hey,
get back?
no, actually they haven't. And Sticks and Fade went to go check things out, and Techie will go like look at the clock about, a little while ago. I've sent a couple messages. I was about to go breach through normal tech controls to see if I could outwire to them, but it's been a moment.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, I'll be in my office. And he heads into his office to let you do the thing.
Yeah, Plano front desk. I'm gonna like stop the card game because now this is maybe a little more serious.
I imagine you sitting on the table, like legs crisscross applesauce. So she scoops up all of the sabacc cards and stuffs them into a pocket and hops over to head over to the front desk. And when let's, hey, what would you like to do? How do you
Uh,
want to try to find your gang?
yeah, we've talked about this before. Uh, Techie has them low jacked.
Yeah, you
Their
do.
bikes and stuff low jacked, and maybe possibly there is a chance the new guy might have something like in his shoe or something like that. Additionally,
Yep. And when you checked it, or when you check it, they earlier there was nothing. Maybe they were out of range. I'm not sure. But when Prez comes back, or when Wolf comes back, and you check again, um, you find their bikes. They're all clustered together.
where,
They're moving slowly
what direction?
uh towards Ashmorai.
Towards Ashmore. All right,
They're in a line.
that's weird. That's uh, he'll grab like a movable screen to take with him and walk and knock on Wolf's door.
Yeah, door
Uh,
opens up.
Sir, did you have them picking up a package outside of Ashmorai?
Yeah, spaceport.
Spaceport. All right, and he'll like pull up a screen. This is not a usual formation, sir. And he shows the way the bikes are like lined up and moving.
All right. You tried to reach out to them.
Let me try again. And immediately in front of Wolf, he will try to reach out, and he probably reaches out to either, yeah, he'll try to reach out to the comms because it's mixed comms first, like the regular
Awesome.
old comms.
Awesome. And on the other side of you reaching out, we hear the little chirp of the comm unit going out, and we also hear the rumble of a ground vehicle, and the camera sees that they're all the comm units and all the blaster pistols and the weird thing that Wump maybe carries, all of its in the passenger seat, and there's a stormtrooper driving whatever vehicle it is. And I think that's where we will bring the session to a close.
Spicy. Absolutely spicy.
Okay. We're going to talk about end of session stuff. The end of every ride. It's a game session. I have made a slight alteration here. The entire table, GM and players, discuss the following questions: Did you clash with someone who threatened your people, your club, or the locals who matter to you?
Yeah.
Clash
Yes.
with Calanthe? Yeah, I think so. Did you add to the legend of your group?
I mean, throwing the light foil has to count,
That's
right?
That's
pretty
got to
good.
count.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
pretty good.
Cut the
yes,
dude in
that
half.
does.
Yeah. Okay.
That was amazing. Did you have a conflict with a rival or the law?
I believe we did.
Yeah, both. Turns out. Sweet, 3 XP for everybody. And now there's one question at the end that's on the individual level, and instead of getting XP for that, you get 2 Karks.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, Wump, did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
Yes.
2 Karks. Sticks, did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I was a little late, but I tried. Does that
Sure
count?
did.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Crash, did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I did my best.
Still get 2 Karks for it. And Techie, did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I don't think so.
No.
I
Fade.
mean, you
Oh,
found us, but
Rich, I'll let you make the call.
set up for next session to support them when you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fade, did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
yeah, same thing. I tried, but
Two Karks. Oh, I didn't have the thing to where it was say different. Boom, 2 Karks. All right. Let us roll through stars and wishes. We start with wishes, so we can end with stars. Let's see. See how Crash versus Mittens shakes out. The previous wish got that. Get another job. No. Uh, see how Fade feels about Wolf sending some crew away on a risky mission. Probably not good. I think we got a little bit of that reaction there.
Mm-hmm.
Confrontation between Crash and Mittens. Succeed on a mission. I don't know if I can give a check on that one. Seems like it didn't succeed on a mission, so sorry about that. We'll start with wishes, so we end with stars. Who's got wishes?
well, I want to see Techie on a bike. That's just
I want to see what's going on with the Imperials.
Yeah, I think a jailbreak episode is coming up
Yeah.
next. And I love the idea of Techie as the one on the outside and us on the inside. Um, and uh, we're angling towards that confrontation with Mittens. I want to see the confrontation with Wolf too.
Hmm.
That's a lot of wishes. I'll stop
Uh, I'll go some Techie and Wolf team up here. Everyone else, and maybe Polona, I don't know, everyone else is fucking behind bars. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, I'm excited. I've like built up this idea like that maybe Techie has some fear about going on a run again, like a more physical run after that first one went so bad. And so I'm excited to play into that, you know. He loves his bike, will love going for a ride on his bike, but an actual like gang run mission, he's a little scared.
Oh, please, everyone except for Techie, add 1 to whatever arrests you had.
Oh.
Hey! But yeah, Buddy Cop Wolf.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Steven,
the
did
judge is going to be lenient. Oh, wait.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I'm always pulling strings for you idiots. How's it even useful for me? Steven, did you have any wishes?
I struggle with wishes, but to be honest, I will give out the wish that I've been searching for is I want that arm as a trophy that we keep in our warehouse.
Gonna get that arm.
Oh. That is some macabre stuff. You went last with wishes. You get to go first with stars. Stephen, any stars you wanted to hand out to other players?
Yeah, I don't want to steal all the stars, but this was fantastic. I really enjoyed throwing the light foil was fantastic. Um, I really liked that we all went all out and dropped. That was a lot of fun. That was really good. It's good to see on screen. Yeah, and I'll
It,
stop there.
it was wild. Kay, did you have any stars?
Oh, for sure. Absolute star Wolf putting Techie in charge? What the fuck is that? What is what do you
Everything's
what
falling apart at this point. It's like, oh,
yeah,
why not?
it's hilarious. Love that. Love Mittens just desperate role of trying to go down with it all. Like just Mittens cannot help but dig themselves further, and that's just very fun. This like in over their head, like you're fucked, Mittens. Well, if I can unfuck myself if I keep digging. I'll eventually reach the other side of the planet. Like it's just stupid Mittens. Um. Oh, I love how earnest Crash was. The Mark, I think I did like snaps I posted when you said it and think when Crash was like, "Get down, Mittens, Imperial!" Like it's just
So
oh,
good.
Crash, you baby, I love you. It's
It was
so
awesome.
adorable.
What a great reaction.
What a
And just
great, yeah, what a great
really,
reaction. Like
really
a
cool.
non-meta great reaction. Like that takes skill roleplay wise. I love that. I love Fade walking in while Techie's gloating about being in charge, just completely ending it within like a few minutes and things. Oh,
Perfect timing.
yeah, that was great. Obviously, all of y'all fucking duking it out, like fucking wham bam, and I've got Techie in the background being like, is very fun. That adds like some interesting layers and things that could possibly get discussed in terms of like loyalty and gang and like what are you doing and issues. So I think that could lead to some really like fruitful like RP conversation. I love playing Sticks and Techie off of each other. I think they're just very fun. The you're in charge, the back and forth there, and then like Sticks ordering Techie when Techie's in charge. Get on the bike, Techie halfway there. Wait, no, I'm in charge. Like just like them interacting is just great. Wump is so cool, man. Wump is such a badass. Wump just whispering like, "I'll shoot you in the fucking back if it's you," like while on a bike while riding. It's so just like Wump like leaping and like taking out Drago, like so cool. Secondary edition. I'd like to see Wump and Tech interact. I don't they've really interacted besides like
Ooh.
one shove. Uh, but yeah, that was yeah. This is all good. You know, this game's always a delight. And yeah, so many more stores, but I will leave room for the other four people here.
Greg, you are up next. Any stars left out there?
I agree that the moment of Fade showing up and immediately putting Techie back down to not being in charge was great. I love that. It was a very well-timed entrance. Um, and then I'm really enjoying like the moment when another Fade moment uh, when I love that the contrast that you get with this game occasionally with what your character is narratively doing is very badass and very awesome. Like Faye just like walking straight through the dust storm and shooting at him while calling on the cops. Total badass shit, but just Fade's like mechanically bad at it. But you get to have that. I'm enjoying that part of this game. It's always something I've loved about the system, but playing with very gifted role players, it's great. So
Excellent. Next up is Mark. Any stars left?
Yeah, kind of mirroring that. It's just not only that the system does that, but that everyone here is willing to like clearly that it's possible we could have gotten through that, but not great chances. And everyone's just doing all the cool stuff anyway. And I like that we can do that. We do that, and that something interesting will happen when we get the shit knocked out of us. So really fun there.
There's a moment where I thought to myself, man, Vince gets 5 dice to get paid. uh, it was fun. Sweet. And then Dash.
There was a
Oh,
moment there whenever at the very end, whenever Wolf came back, you you know, it was you hear the door open, you hear steps. I thought it was going to be Mittens.
Mm.
I'm like, oh
I
yeah,
wouldn't leave it open as I think maybe
yeah,
that's Mittens coming back. What? Oh, I
very
don't know
good.
what happened. And Dash, any stars left out there?
Um, yeah, I really loved the little scene with Techie and Sticks and the hanger-on whose name I never remember at the warehouse. That was super fun. Just the Pilono, yeah. The kind of bickering and that sort of thing, but still getting along. I really enjoyed that.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Well, this was fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for the play. It was quick and dirty and ugly. The dice did not like you a whole lot, but we are where we are. So with that, we'll bring the session to a close. We'll see jailbreak or an attempt next week.